Hello, pajama partiers. I'm Tami Morrison here in my monkey jammies, and I believe in shortcuts. That's right. I believe in hats when I don't have time to do my hair. I believe in nail stickers instead of nail polish because it dries instantly. I believe that every once in a while it's okay to go to Target and buy all new socks and underwear for your family if doing the laundry has fallen to the way bottom of the to-do list for too long. And I believe in any sort of shortcut that makes it easier for me to complete a creative project when I don't have a lot of free time. Okay, so one scrapbooking shortcut that I've discovered that I really love is borrowed from the art journaling and collage world, and that is to snip out little words and phrases as I'm going through catalogs and magazines and save them to use on my pages. I might save a whole sentence or just a word, something to use as a title, something to use as a caption or in my journaling, and I just keep them all in a fun little tray. They're kind of sorted by size. Here are a few that I've snipped out that you can take a look at. This one says Snapshots of My Life. And, oh, this is from a Target holiday catalog, and it says Surprises. Oh, I snipped this off the side of a granola bar box, and it says 365, so that's kind of good if you're doing a Project 365 sort of thing. Here's one that says A Favorite Photo. So there's oodles and oodles and oodles of stuff that you can find in magazines and catalogs that are totally usable on your scrapbook pages, and you don't need to spend the time digging through your letter stickers to see if you've got enough E's or trying to make sure that it all comes out straight on your page. You just stick it down and go and you're done. Here's an example of a page that I made using, let me see if I can get that there. There we go. Okay, so you can see here I used the word days from a magazine. And then down here, I used the top of a to-do list, and I just snipped that right off the header, and it was quick and easy because I filled in my information and it was all good to go. And so those are just a couple of ways that I've done that on my pages. I'm not a stickler about my stuff being acid-free, but if you are, you can just squirt a little archival mist on there and it will neutralize the acid. And then your pages will last longer than you and probably the publishing industry from which you got those items. So give it a try. Keep an eye out for words and phrases that are meaningful to you or might work out great on a page. And allow yourself a shortcut every now and then. Speaking of shortcuts, if you've got kids in your life, I've got the perfect shortcut to summertime fun for you. Check out my Kidding Around Summer Art Journaling classes for kids. They're open for registration now, and they are your shortcut to looking like the coolest mom or grandma or babysitter on the block without having to come up with any of the ideas. I've done all the legwork for you, and I've got 2 sessions of 4 weeks each, jam-packed with fun daily activities to keep the kids busy and entertained and hopefully score you a little bit more free time and or some peace and quiet. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in class.
Hi everyone, this is Claudine Hellmuth, and I am going to show you how to take any of your leftover scrapbook papers and give them a beautiful faux glazed paper look. It's a great way to use some of the papers that are left over in your stash.
So to get started, you're going to want to use gloss medium because this is what's going to create the shiny look to our stenciled image and give us that authentic glazed paper look. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my ink blending tool with foam on it, and I'm just going to put out a little bit of gloss medium, and then you almost want to make like as if you're making a little custom stamp pad. So I'm just going to spread this out here with the craft stick and get it nicely smooth and even on the foam. And then I'm going to take just a regular piece of scrapbook paper. You could also use dictionary paper or old map or any kind of paper that you want to add a little bit of a glazed look to. And I'm going to use a stencil. This is from my stencil line with Ranger. This is the Wallflowers stencil. And I'm just going to place it down, and you want to make sure that you hold it firmly in place. And then you're going to tap with the ink blending tool to apply the gloss medium. And then you're going to just remove your stencil and heat dry, or you could just let it air dry. So here you can see how it looks once it is all dry, and it gives it a real glazed paper sort of look. It looks like it has been embossed with embossing powders, and it has a really nice sheen to it. Now you can just leave it like this and use it as a background on your layout or your cards. That would make a beautiful tone on tone with the glossy and the matte as a background, or we can enhance that effect. And to do that, I'm going to put out a little bit of paint. You could also use distress inks or something like that for this part. And I'm going to add water to my paint. I want it to be a real watery consistency. So I'm just dipping my brush in some water, and then I'm going to paint it on. And at first you don't even really notice what's happening. It doesn't look like anything's happening. Then I'm just going to take a paper towel and wipe over it, and you can see the pattern starting to come out like a resist. So you could also do this with your ink blending tool as well, with distress inks, or spray inks would work really good with this. You could use some beautiful sprays and also get the effect. So here you can see the two different looks. We've got the one with the paint, and then we've got the one with just the tone on tone with the clear and the matte. And they both look really great, and I think they would both make really wonderful backgrounds for cards, scrapbooks, or even mixed media.
Okay, that's it for me, but if you enjoyed this technique, I've got 25 more techniques that we're going to learn in 5 weeks, starting in my Technique Toolbox class. Registration starts soon, and the class starts in July, and I hope I'll see you there.
Hey there, crafty friends! May Flaum here, and I'm just prepping my newest big picture class, Camp Scrap. The crafting fun starts June 6th, but I'm taking a little break here, and I want to share some tips with you. So let's go ahead and take a look at what I'm working on here on my desk. So the first thing you might notice, I've got a photo album right here. This is a photo album I bought a long time ago, and what I tend to use it for, currently it is full of vacation pictures. Sometimes I use a photo album like this for stories I want to scrapbook, and I'll put the pictures that I want to scrapbook together within the pages of either divided page protectors or a photo album. And what I love about this is that when I sit down to craft, maybe I'm in a hurry, maybe I only have half an hour or something and I want to get something started, I can just flip right through my photos and find the story that I'm wanting to tell, boom, quick, get the photos, get them out there, and I'm not pawing all of my photos. They're all protected in the album, and I just absolutely love doing this. So I can find, you know, whatever it is, whatever, oh, this is the story I want to tell today, pull it out, get started super quick. So I've got this cute little container, and what I love about it is I keep, like at Christmas time, I tend to put Christmassy stuff in here. Right now I've got a lot of journaling tags, and you'll see a lot of aquas, yellows, pinks, blues, minty greens, that kind of thing, chipboard accents, all kinds of other stuff. The point is, it's a small sampling of my stash, and I keep it right over here on my desk so that when I'm creating, you know, I want that little sticker, that little something, I get the stuff used. In fact, I just moved these brads into there because I just noticed I've never, these buttons, I've never opened them, never used them. Well, that's kind of a problem. So having them here, now I realize I'm working on something I'm going to use them on, get them used, quick, easy, love it. Speaking of quick and easy and love, I want to give you a third tip because can't help myself, and that would be to take cardstock, 8x8, 8.5x11, something a couple inches smaller than your 12x12 pattern paper, and use that as a base for your layout. And you can get 2, 3, 4, I mean even more pictures if you're using small pictures. And the other thing that this is great for is if you have smaller papers that you want to work with, or you know, have little bits and pieces showing, have things layered, that kind of stuff. If you want to get all that stuff going, it gives you a really great solid base to use. It also gives you built-in journaling and title room. And I feel like this design, this general idea, it really is versatile, but it also can help you with your crafting a whole lot. In fact, I will show you a couple examples. And this page, I have an idea in my mind. I'm getting the pictures printed today, as a matter of fact. And I was just kind of pulling out papers and things I want to use for this particular page so that when the pictures come, I'm ready to go. This first example is from my book, Fashionably Fast, and what I love about this is it's very simple. I've got this cute pattern paper and everything's based off this white cardstock. All my little accents and bits and pieces on here, and all based off of the cardstock so that it ties everything together. It gives me room for my photos, my journaling, my title, all my fun bits. Love that. Here is another, and in fact, if you look at this design, if you turn it around a little bit, you can see it's very similar. And this one, I've got a bow here with lots of little bits and pieces tucked and layered in and around my photos, my title, my little arrows. Very simple page design, but very effective. And this one, I reversed it, where the cardstock is providing the base and the pattern paper is the mat. And a third example. This one you'll only see in Camp Scrap. You're seeing it right here though, because I just had to share. I've got this black piece of paper that I put this green chunk of paper on and layered up from there. So I knew the top layer was going to be my photo, the bottom layer was going to be the black, and then I picked the green, and then I just started cutting smaller pieces. The woods paper, the postcard, layering the little bits and pieces and tags in. I've got the strip here with my title. So much fun to create. And what's even more fun is that in my busy summer schedule, I'm able to craft and have a really good time and make pretty things because I'm using a formula that works really well for me and allows me to put however many pictures, however much writing I need to get in for my project. You know me, I've just got to pack all my minutes full of fun, crafty ideas and tips. And I hope you've enjoyed these. For even more fun stuff, please come check out Camp Scrap. The fun starts June 6th. I wish you very happy crafting.